All right, thank you so much for your time. We're here in the beautiful Chairman's Suite at the Cordis in Auckland, the new Pinnacle Tower. This is a pretty exciting addition to Auckland.
Absolutely. I think right along we've had a really bullish outlook for the future of tourism in New Zealand and Auckland. So with the level of space that we had on our property itself, it made perfect sense to enhance our capacity and play a much bigger role in the hospitality industry in Auckland.
And if you look at it, you've got a club lounge in here as well, a private entrance. It's like a hotel within a hotel, isn't it?
Absolutely, and I think we've been very fortunate to be the home of most visiting dignitaries, and we wanted to make sure that we continue to be that. So in this tower, we've got a whole range of suites and rooms, including this beautiful Chairman's Suite. And one of the things that we learned from our past visitors was the whole aspect of privacy and security. And so this new private entrance that people can utilize, you have the motorcades driving in, check in at that beautiful VIP entrance, and then you're whisked straight up to your suite. The tower also has this beautiful club lounge, as you mentioned, that seats approximately 90 guests. And once again, that has an open balcony area and a whole range of facilities for guests during their stay. Starting with breakfast in the morning, afternoon tea in the evening, and 3 hours of cocktails and canapes. So it's a very, very high value driven offer in the club.
Not many club lounges in Auckland, actually, or in New Zealand for that matter, are there in any hotel?
I think that's a differentiating point for us, which we're quite proud of. And I think the extra value that it provides is certainly binding a lot of guests who have become repeat guests with the hotel.
Now, we're actually in one of the largest hotel rooms anywhere in New Zealand. It's a spectacular suite, this Chairman's Suite, isn't it?
Again, I think, there was a whole lot of preparation that went into this, ensuring that every part of the suite was carefully designed to cater for visits of people who are heads of states or heads of corporate houses and who appreciate this level of space and the facilities that go with it. And I think just the floor-to-ceiling windows and the views that the suite affords is simply outstanding. And so I think we really have a very compelling proposition in this suite offer.
I think also, the rooms here generally are very spacious in this entire tower, aren't they?
That's right. And I think when you look at the higher part of the building, where we were not constrained in height, we've even got higher ceilings. So certainly the size of the rooms are bigger than the existing hotel. So it provides a great range right across both towers.
Now, for those who haven't been to the hotel for a couple of years, what else is new? You've got some amazing new food and beverage as well, including a very special Kiwi bar.
Yes, I think to cater for this enhanced capacity, so our famous 8 restaurant, which is an interactive dining experience, we've actually enhanced that capacity as well as the food offering there. The bar, like you said, is brand new, and I think it is undoubtedly the first pure New Zealand bar anywhere in this country or in the world. We just felt that with the whole range of high quality beverages and food that the country produces, why did we need to look anywhere else? So we launched it last year, and it's really taken off, and people appreciate the concept. And with us, with the Cordis brand, representing the best of your locality is one of the core pillars of the Cordis brand. So that bar actually epitomizes exactly that. The best of offered in New Zealand is on offer at Our Land is Alive.
And those who haven't been to Auckland for a couple of years might notice a very different landscape. There's about half a dozen new hotels have all popped up in the past couple of years, and this tower is obviously part of that mix. So Auckland's really happening at the moment, isn't it, from a hotel standpoint?
Absolutely, and I think there is a general optimism that once we've moved past this pandemic time, there's definitely going to be a lot of suppressed demand, which will eventuate in the years ahead. So when you look at the kind of growth of hotels here and the projected growth in demand, I think there's enough, frankly, for potentially more hotels progressively to get added on.
And that's good from a convention standpoint, conferencing standpoint. The city actually can keep up now with some big bids with some other cities in the region.
That's right. And I think we've ultimately, when the convention center does open in a few years, I think that capacity will be further enhanced. But for us, we've always been a big player in the meetings and incentive industry. And by building this new Jade Room at the bottom of this tower is our third ballroom. So we now have 18 spaces across the hotel to be able to cater for large pieces of business where you can have plenary sessions in the great room and a whole range of breakout rooms to take care of those needs.
Now, when it comes to your X factor in the hotel, what is it? I think it's probably going to be a mix of the new tower and service, but what's your X factor?
I think there's two things. From a product perspective, there's also this great collection of art. We now have the largest curated collection of contemporary art, all New Zealand artists. I think that in itself is a great value add for guests who stay here. But I think ultimately what sets a hotel apart is not just the artworks and the chandeliers. I think it's the people element. And I'm very proud of my colleagues here who go that extra mile to just not provide good service, but provide great service. Trying to ensure that the guest experiences are superlative, their actual expectations are exceeded and not just met. And I think that's what sets us apart. Recently we had Forbes put us on their list of recommended hotels in New Zealand. And we are the only hotel to feature in that besides the luxury lodges. So I think that in itself kind of explains the service element and how important that is to us, besides the magnificence of the physical product.
And all great hallmarks of Langham. You tick a lot of boxes from a brand standpoint with this brand on what the best of the world has to offer throughout the company.
That's right. And I think the other angle which we've not spoken about is the whole sustainability aspect, which is so important in today's world. We've been on a 15-year journey down that path, and we are affiliated with EarthCheck, the global benchmarking company. And we've just this year been awarded the ultimate, and that's the master status. So we're certainly looking at that and ensuring that we make our contribution to protecting the environment and communities that we live around.
And definitely one of the best Langham hotels anywhere in the world, and thank you so much for having us.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for coming.